Hello and welcome. We are live from New Delhi. You're watching DD India, India's voice to the world. This is Sports Buzz and I'm Sheikh Mahajan. Coming up in the next half an hour. New Zealand on top in Pune Test after Tom Latham powers visitors lead towards 275. India stared at first home Test series defeat after 2012, first ever against Kiwis. Chess Grandmaster Arjun Erigaisi creates history, becomes second Indian after Vishwanathan Anand to cross 2800 in live ELO rating list. And Jose Mourinho gets red card against Man United as Fenerbahce hold on for draw in Europa League. Spurs, Rangers and TNS win. Alright, we'll start with cricket. New Zealand looks on top in Pune Test as captain Tom Latham helped visitors lead go beyond 280 on day 2 of second Test. For India, Washington Sundar continues his good form with the ball as he has picked up 3 wickets so far, while Ravichandran Ashwin has taken 1 in the second innings. So New Zealand have taken the lead in the second innings and their total lead has gone beyond 280, which is 282 to be precise. They are 179 for 4 in the second innings with Tom Latham batting on 86 and Tom Blundell, their wicketkeeper, batting on 21. Earlier, Mitchell Santner took 7 wickets to restrict India to 156 in the first innings. Washington Sundar's 7 for 59 gave India a distinct advantage when the very all-rounder snapped up New Zealand's top batters. In reply, India had a rough first innings as none of the batters could score a 50. Ravindra Jadeja top scored for India in the first innings with 38. Now India have a daunting task ahead of them as they will be up against a record chase and they will be batting 4th on this wicket. India have not lost a Test series at home after 2012 and have never lost a Test series at home to New Zealand. And now let's take a look at the points table of World Test Championship so far, and we are giving you the points table after India versus New Zealand first test that was played in Bengaluru. So India remains on top with 98 points. Australia at the second position with 90 points. Sri Lanka are at the third position and their winning percentage is 55.56%. New Zealand, they are at 4th position. I'm sure if they manage to win the second test also that is being played in Pune, they will be 3rd or 2nd in the points table of World Test Championship. Remember, South Africa, who are at 6th position, they are playing against Bangladesh. They have already beaten Bangladesh in the first game, so they'll be playing their second test shortly and then they will be up against Sri Lanka, and that too at home. They'll be playing against Sri Lanka 2 tests at home and then they will be playing against Pakistan in Pakistan. So South Africa also have a very good chance of making it to the finals of the World Test Championship. And now things are getting difficult for India. Out of 7 matches, if we exclude the second test, so out of 6 matches, India will have to win 5 to make it to the finals of World Test Championship, and 5 tests they will be playing against Australia tour down under. So things are not looking easy for India. An Indian cricketer Yashasvi Jaiswal has joined England batter Joe Root in the list of batters to have scored 1,000 runs in Test cricket in 2024, becoming the only second batter to do so. The left-handed batter achieved the feat on day 2 of India's second Test against New Zealand in Pune. Joe Root stands on top of the list with 1,305 runs from 14 Tests at an average of 59.31 with 5 centuries and 4 50s. In 10 Tests until now in 2024, Jaiswal has scored 1,007 runs at an average of 59.23 with a top score of 214 earlier this year against the Three Lions in Rajkot. Jaiswal is expected to play a key role in India's upcoming Border Gavaskar Trophy this year in Australia. All right, let's go across to DD India's Narayan Singh is joining us live from the newsroom. We'll talk about India versus New Zealand test that is being played in Pune. Narayan, things are looking difficult for India. New Zealand have played well so far and India have made comebacks in the past after losing first test in the series. If you take the example of against Australia in 2017, there are a few other examples also. But talking about this particular test in Pune, any possibility of a comeback by India in Pune?
Abhishek, if you talk about the possibility, always there is a possibility in cricket till we can say that the day 4 or day 5, we can't say that India is out of the contest, but thing right now is not looking flowery for the Indian team as the lead of the New Zealand team is approaching 200, and it's going to be a Herculean task for the Indian team right here because they already lost the first test match against New Zealand, and losing this match could dent their chances in the WTC also. But the way they executed themselves, it is looking like that they forgot to play the spin. If you take a look, Mitchell Santner's record, he never went beyond 3 wickets in a single innings of the test cricket, and first time he took a fifer. So this shows that the Indian player could have spent some more time on the pitch. They could have struggled it out. They could have did something different. Take a look, the Virat Kohli, the way he was bowled by the Mitchell Santner. And if you take a look at the Virat Kohli's record against the spinning, it has been amplified post-COVID. And from the 20, if you take a look at his career graph, only 15 times he was bowled in his career, and 8 of them came after the COVID. So it shows that his, we can say, especially against the spinners, whether it is left arm or off spinner, it doesn't matter. So this is the problem. If you talk about Rohit Sharma too, he's also out of form. And last time you were blaming KL Rahul. He was everyone was there against him that he was the reason for India's defeat. But this time around, who should take the blame? This is the question here. So all in all, chances are there, but as the lead is approaching 200, it's going to be very difficult for the Indian team. And in their second inning, definitely first they have to erase the deficit, then they should have they have to take the lead, and then they have to, we can say that's going to be very difficult for India. But the way in the past Indian team has done miracles, we can hope that once again for the Indian fans they can do that miracle here also.
Absolutely, like you said, cricket is a game of uncertainties. Anything can happen, but yes, as things stand, it's getting difficult for India. New Zealand are 183 for 4 in the second innings, and their lead has gone beyond 280, which is 286 to be precise. But Narayan, you spoke about WTC. How will the standings be in World Test Championship? What will be the permutations and combination if India lose this test match? And also if they lose this, they'll lose the test series also. India needed 5 wins from the remaining 7 matches to secure a spot in the WTC final before this test match.
Abhishek, this was, we can say, a very important series for the India, considering the chances for the World Test Championship final. Already India lost the first test match, and here New Zealand is, we can say that has taken a massive strides towards the unthinkable, unimaginable, towards the first series win on the Indian soil. And in the last 12 years, India never lost a series in India. So in that scenario, it's going to be difficult for India if we talk about the World Test Championship final. First of all, if India would have won all the 3 matches here, definitely then they need to win only 1 test match in the Bodo Gavaskar Trophy. That series is a 5-match series. Now, if here India loses this match, they need to win 5 matches, and at least we can say that 4 matches in the Bodo Gavaskar Trophy, which looks a Herculean task and unthinkable thing, winning 5 or 4 test matches in the Australian condition. India did that. They won the series in the past 2 consecutive series in the Australia, but winning 4 matches or 3 matches in Australia, definitely it is somewhat unthinkable in the world cricket. If we talk about the other team, South Africa, the way way they defeated Bangladesh in the Mirpur. They have just, we can say, changed the whole scenario of the WTC table. They have jumped to the 4th place, and their remaining matches are also not, we can say, that very easy. They will play the remaining 2 series against the teams like Sri Lanka and West Indies in their home conditions. So if they win their 5 remaining matches out of, we can say, the 4 remaining matches out of the 5, definitely they will book a ticket for the WTC final. And Australia also has a strong chance, because they will play 2 matches against Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka and 5 matches against India in the Border Gavaskar Trophy. They do have the chances, but if somehow Sri Lanka manages to defeat Sri Lanka in Sri Lanka, then the picture could be, we can say, the not so flowery for the Australian team also. So many more things will rely, we can say, the permutation and combination will depend on how other teams fare, how they play, all in all. But without relying on other teams, India need to win at least 4 matches, and 1 match they should end in a draw.
Okay, I mean, comparatively, you said South Africa, they have easy games also. Like you said, they have to play 1 game against Bangladesh in the series, and then they play home series against Sri Lanka, and then they play Pakistan in away series. But Narayan, last time India lost a test series at home was way back in 2012 against England. And we haven't lost a test series to New Zealand at home at all. Will be a big achievement for New Zealand if they manage to win this test series.
Definitely, as earlier I mentioned that New Zealand is to a massive stride towards something unthinkable, winning a test series in India, in Indian condition, and that too in a spinning track. And if you talk about their spinners, they don't have any world-class spinner like R. Ashwin, Jadeja, and even if you talk about Washington Sundar, the way he took 7 wickets in the first inning. So the thing is that here we have the batters, our Indian batters are not able to put up a fantastic show against the spinner. That is backfiring. Otherwise, we know that in the subcontinental pitches, the past generation of the Indian players, especially, we know how they batted on the rank turners and defeated the stronger teams of the world. Right now, this thing is lacking in this Indian team, how to cope up with the spinners, how to play against spin. So that is the case here. Otherwise, we can say that they have to apply themselves beautifully in the second innings if they want to remain in the series.
To give our viewers a latest update, Australia, in fact New Zealand, they have lost the 5th wicket in the form of Tom Latham. Now they are 183 for 5 and their lead is now 286. All right, Narayan, we'll leave it at that. Thank you for your inputs. Moving on, India's women's team overcame New Zealand to secure a 59-run victory in the first ODI on Thursday. Chasing 228 for victory, the visitors were bowled out for 168. Radha Yadav spun a web around the New Zealand batters to grab 3 wickets for 35, while Saima Thakur delivered telling blows to grab 2 scalps. For the Kiwis, Brooke Halliday top scored with 39. Deepti Sharma was named player of the match for her contribution with the bat and bowl. Sharma scored 41 and took 1 wicket. The Indian team go 1-0 up in the 3-match series. The second ODI will be played on Sunday. Now England versus Pakistan. Saud Shakil hit century on day 2 of the 3rd test against England in Rawalpindi, helping Pakistan recover from Rehan Ahmed's 3 quick wickets at the end of day 2. In fact, the day 2 is still being played. 3rd session is going on. Pakistan were 317 for 8. Saud Shakil is batting on 126 and Sajid Khan is batting on 31. And Pakistan now lead England by 50 runs. So Pakistan look at better spot as Saud Shakil and Noman Ali's partnership crossed 82. England's frontline spinners Jack Leach and Shoaib Bashir could not extract the same sharp turn from the pitch as rival Sajid Khan, who took 6 wickets for 128 runs to dismiss the visitors for 267 on Thursday. Pakistan suffered a top order meltdown of their own and resumed the day at 73 for 3 and searching of a lead to press for a series win as both teams hold 1 point each. In fact, Pakistan, they have got a lead now. They are 317 for 8 and lead by 50 runs. Now, David Warner's lifetime leadership ban has been overturned following a review by Cricket Australia's Conduct Commission. In a unanimous decision, the independent three-member review panel determined that Warner had met the necessary criteria to have the ban lifted. The hearing took place after Warner lodged an application to have the ban imposed in 2018. Modified pursuant to Article 10 of the Code of Conduct, Warner will now be eligible to hold leadership roles in all Australian cricket competitions. Time now for a very short break, but still to come on this edition of Sports Buzz. Five-time singles major champion Maria Sharapova and Brian Brothers to be inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame in 2025. And DD India's interaction with German goalkeeper Joshua Nagy hails India for playing great hockey against them.
Who will be the next president of United States of America?
Will Donald Trump make a dramatic comeback, or will Kamala Harris become America's first woman president?
It's a tight race to the White House.
The knives are out and the battle lines sharply drawn.
He's becoming increasingly unstable and unhinged.
She's a threat to democracy because she shouldn't even be the candidate.
I'm Amritpal Singh.
I'm Shubhendu Ghosh.
We travel across the United States
To decode the issues at the heart of this polarized election.
Watch this space only on DD India.
Welcome back. You're watching Sports Buzz. I'm Abhishek Mahajan. Hockey now. The match between India and New Zealand ended in a draw in the final round-robin match for both the teams at Sultan of Johor Cup 2024. After 60 minutes of intense hockey, both teams ended up with 3 goals each. With this, New Zealand became the only team to go unbeaten in the league stage. Gurjot opened the scoring for India in the first quarter, while New Zealand's Jonty Elms equalised in the second quarter. Rohit scored another goal to give India the lead. However, New Zealand bounced back strongly, with Elms scoring twice to complete his hat-trick. India was awarded a penalty corner in the dying minutes of the game, which was converted brilliantly by Priyo Bartha, ending the match in a draw. And in an exclusive conversation with DD India's Narayan Singh, German goalkeeper Joshua Nagy said they faced good competition from the Indian side in the second match. However, the penalty shootout acted as a deciding factor. Take a listen.
Germany has clinched the 2-match series against India in New Delhi, and right now I'm joined by the German goalkeeper Joshua. Joshua, fantastic performance by the you people. You won the first match, India again won the second match. How you look this whole tournament?
The whole tournament, yeah, it was a well-organized tournament. I mean, two really tough games. The heat was very hard for us, especially it's not that warm in Germany. Yeah, I mean, we are here with a really young team. I made my debut, I made my first game. A couple of guys made their first game, so yeah, we had a really good chance to develop something new after the Olympics, after the silver medal in the Olympics, and we really tried to improve on what we did in the first game, and the second game was really not good from us, and yeah.
Shootout was again, you won the in shootout.
Oh yeah, my colleague Jean Dannebeck, he did really great in the shootouts. He saved 4 penalties, which is really good, and yeah, I mean, in our German, yeah, we say we want to win every match, and if we don't win the matches, then we really want to win the shootouts, which we did today, and this is yeah, actually the only thing we did really good today. So yeah, this was good, and the rest was not that good.
So talking about international hockey return to Delhi after a long time, after 10 years. How you enjoyed the atmosphere here? How you enjoyed the hockey here in Delhi?
Actually, it's really amazing. It's my first time here in India, and yeah, I hope I can come back. Some of the guys will come back in the Hockey India League, but I didn't sign up for it. So yeah, I hope I come back. The stadium is amazing. I mean, a lot of people are here today, and the atmosphere is just great. And especially the Indian guys has got a lot of goals, and yeah, it was just amazing.
What's your opinion about the German team? It's quite young. You are also young, coming from the junior setup. You are also one of the fantastic players in the under-19. You are the most valuable player also there. So how you look your journey from the junior to the senior?
Yeah, it's quite hard. You have to train a lot, like 9 times a week. And yeah, it's just try to improve every game and get used to every chance you will get in the senior team, which I hopefully did yesterday. And yeah, I have to improve in every game and every training session and just secure my spot in the team.
So Joshua is saying that with each game he is improving and he enjoyed the atmosphere in Delhi and he wants to come again here to play hockey in Delhi. With camera person Ashish, Narayan Singh, DD India, Delhi.
And former Indian women's hockey team captain Rani Rampal announced her retirement on Thursday, capping off a 16-year career. Rani captained India to a historic 4th place finish at the Tokyo Olympics. Under Rani's leadership, the Indian team qualified for the quarterfinals of the 2018 World Cup and also won the silver medal at the 2018 Asian Games. She made her international debut in 2008. She was honoured with India's highest sports award, Major Dhyan Chand Khel Ratna Award in 2020, and was also a recipient of Padma Shri, the country's 4th highest civilian award. In her honour, Hockey India has retired her iconic number 28 jersey.
बहुत ही अच्छा सुनहरा मेरा करियर रहा है 15-16 साल का और ये बहुत मुश्किल डिसीजन था मेरे लिए बट मुझे लगता है यही सही समय था क्योंकि मुझे लाइफ में कोई रिग्रेट नहीं है मैं जो करना चाहती थी स्पोर्ट्स में मैंने किया एंड अभी एक नेक्स्ट चैप्टर शुरू करने की ज़रूरत है ज़िंदगी में क्योंकि और भी बहुत लड़कियां हैं शायद जिनको मेरी ज़रूरत है सो मैं चाहती हूँ जैसे मुझे किसी ने अच्छा गाइड करके एक अच्छा प्लेयर बनाया सो मैं भी किसी को एक अच्छी मदद दे के एक अच्छे प्लेयर्स बना सकूँ.
An Indian Grandmaster Arjun Erigaisi made history on Thursday by becoming the youngest Indian to surpass the coveted 2800 ELO rating mark. Erigaisi is only the second from the country after Vishwanathan Anand to surpass the mark. Arjun is playing for Team Alkaloid in the European Chess Club Cup 2024, where he defeated Russia's Dmitry Andreikin in the 5th round with white pieces to achieve the feat. This win also helped him become the world number 3 in the live rating list. Arjun became the 16th player to cross the 2800 rating mark. The 21-year-old also showed a strong performance in the French Team Chess Championship, which propelled him into the top 5 of the FIDE standings, making him the highest ranked Indian player. And 5-time singles major champion Maria Sharapova and American doubles team Bob and Mike Bryan, popularly known as Bryan Brothers, will be inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame in 2025. Sharapova holds the distinction of being one of only 10 women in tennis history to achieve a career singles Grand Slam and top the world rankings 5 times throughout her nearly 20-year WTA career. Meanwhile, the Bryan brothers teamed together to win 16 major titles throughout their careers and remain the most successful doubles team in ATP Tour history, holding the record for most weeks atop the ATP doubles world rankings. Sharapova and the Bryans will join an elite group of 267 inductees from 28 countries to be presented with the ultimate honour in tennis. And British number 1 Katie Boulter beat former US Open champion Bianca Andreescu to reach the semi-finals of the Pan Pacific Open. 28-year-old Boulter triumphed 6-2, 6-1 in 1 hour and 3 minutes in Tokyo. The world number 33 broke Canadian Andreescu's serve 5 times, including in her opening service game. In the next match, Boulter will face American wildcard Sofia Kenin for a place in the finals. And Alex de Minaur advanced to the quarterfinals of the Vienna Open after Flavio Cobolli retired due to shoulder injury, with the Australian leading 7-6, 3-1 on Thursday. The second seed, de Minaur, trails Andrei Rublev for the 8th and last spot for the ATP finals next month in Turin. The Australian will face 19-year-old Jakub Mensik for a spot in the semi-finals. Now, Russia's Karen Khachanov won his 6th straight match, rallying to beat Brandon Nakashima 1-6, 6-3, 6-4. He will face Matteo Berrettini in the quarterfinals. In the quarterfinal match, top seed Alexander Zverev will play against Italy's Lorenzo Musetti on Friday. Moving on, Charlie Lind from Sweden along with Australians Jed Morgan and Maverick Antcliffe shot brilliant 7 under par 63s to seize the first round lead at the International Series Thailand. Lind showcased his progress with a flawless round featuring 7 birdies. Starting on the back 9, the Swede credited a solid game plan and timely advice from his caddy Steve Jed Morgan, had an impressive run of 4 consecutive birdies starting at the 13th hole. The 24-year-old has been building on his successful 2022, which included victories in the Australian PGA Championship and the PGA Tour of Australasia Order of Merit. And in Major League Baseball's 2024 World Series, New York Yankees face the Los Angeles Dodgers in a best-of-7 potential epic. It will be the 12th time the two teams have met in their World Series, with their first clash in the championship in 1941 when the cross-country rivals were crosstown foes, with the Dodgers playing in Brooklyn until their 1958 Los Angeles debut.
Dodger Yankees, two pillar franchises in the sport, obviously with a lot of history going back a long time, and these two teams have met up a lot in the Fall Classic. Amazing that it's been 43 years.
And Fenerbahce coach Jose Mourinho was sent off as the side drew 1-1 with his former club Manchester United in the Europa League on Thursday night. United had led at the break through Christian Eriksen's 4th goal of the season, but the hosts levelled 4 minutes after the restart when Yusuf En-Nesyri got between United defenders to head home Alan Saint-Maximin's cross from close range. The visitors also failed to avoid another injury issue as Brazilian wideman Antony was stretchered off when he landed awkwardly after attempting an unnecessary flick by the touchline. United have 3 points after drawing their opening 3 games in the competition, while unbeaten Fenerbahce have 5 points.
It's a good team. They have good players. They have a good manager. So it's never easy, but we take a point. And when you take a point, as I said, and in Porto and in Fenerbahce, that's not bad. But of course, we want to win. We want to win every game.
And Tottenham maintained their perfect start in the Europa League with victory over AZ Alkmaar. Richarlison scored from the penalty spot in the second half to seal the match for the English side. Captain Maddison relinquished the responsibility, and Richarlison confidently sent the ball straight down the middle to hand Tottenham the decisive goal in the 53rd minute. Tottenham came under pressure in parts, with Fraser Forster at full stretch to stop a looping header from Alexandre Penetra. AZ Alkmaar were forced to play the last 5 minutes with 10 men. Well, that's all for this edition of Sports Buzz, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. For those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India mobile app. The app is available on both Android and iOS. Scan the QR code on the screen to download now. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Abhishek from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching Sports Buzz.